Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Gamertag Radio.
Welcome to a brand new episode here of Gamertag Radio, episode 1494. This is your host, Danny Peña, and joining me, the man himself, and usually mean to me, Parris Lilly. How you doing, Parris?
Doing great. Good morning. How you doing, sir?
Good. Really, really good, man. Just got back yesterday from Vegas. I was at Dice, man. A lot of people were asking for you, man. They're like, hey, what's Parris? I'm like,
yeah,
busy,
man. And I was even getting some emails from people too, like, where are you? Why aren't you here? And like I told you offline, it's, man, day job, work's been crazy. I was like, my black ass need to stay here. I don't need to be in Vegas this week. So I didn't go. But it's a bummer because I definitely want to see everybody.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. And we always have this conversation like, yo, be careful what you post online. A lot of people were coming up to me thinking like, oh, they probably don't know what's going on with me. Yo, everybody's, so when you guys moving? I'm like, whoa. And look, the crazy thing is, they don't interact. They don't like it. They don't repost or reply. They just see it, stay quiet. When they see you, they bring it up. Yeah, I'm like, huh. And one of them said to me, oh, I read your posts all the time. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and I know who you're talking about. And that's the thing that you and I have said for a while. You will be shocked at who pays attention to the things that you post on social media. Just because they don't hit the like button or retweet it or comment does not mean they don't see it.
I was very, very surprised with the people that were coming up to me. Bringing it up. Yo, people that I'm like, yo, I haven't spoken to them in the longest. Brought it up. I'm like, interesting. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. But yeah, besides that, like I got to see couple folks, man. So Todd Howard briefly. I know he was at the awards, but I saw him also for the tribute for Vince Zampella. By the way, fantastic tribute for Vince, man. Yo, I was getting emotional. There was things that came up. A lot of people didn't know, and like a lot of behind the scenes stories. Yo, beautiful. I really can't wait for the team at Dice to release that video. It's really cool, really cool. I saw Phil Spencer over there. He says, "What's up?" Who else I got to see there? Got to see a lot of JN hip hop. Khalif, of course. Khalif. Yeah.
I saw hip hop's pictures. I know he was wilding out while
he was wilding out. He was wilding out. And yeah, like I know that also during that week. Shout out to Annapurna. I saw them, the team at Annapurna Interactive over there too. Saw Remedy over there. Yo, Mistuguchi. I saw them from my hands. The work on Rez and Luminous and Touch of Effect. I had no idea he was going to be there. And I saw him like, yo, what's up?
Yeah, you had the picture with him, right? Did I see the picture?
Yeah. We bump into each other. We were walking at the same time towards the awards. It was dope. Because we haven't seen each other in person in years, so it was cool to see him there, man. It was really, really cool. And shout out to Greg Miller calling me out, man, during the awards, man. I was there, like, people were coming up to me saying hello, and Khalif was right next to me. He called me out, and he briefly mentioned Ka, and then he mentioned somebody else's name. Calling me out, I was like, sit down. The war started. I'm like, whoa, damn, man. Damn, Greg. The guy called me out like that, man, in front of everybody. No, but it was a lot of fun. Also, shout out to Andrew and Renee. We were there too, sitting together at one table. It was really, really cool, man. Really cool. I was very happy to see Blueprints win a couple awards. That game deserve a couple wins there, man. Yeah. Any surprise from the awards? You were like, oh man, that's cool.
No, I mean, it was pretty. Nothing shocked me. Let's put it that way. Nothing shocked me. Everything that I think won, I was like, yeah, right. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, it was cool. Really cool. By the way, the talk was State of Play. I missed it during the Dice. I briefly watched it actually early this morning. I saw the whole thing, and everybody was talking like, Danny, have you seen State of Play? I was like, nah, I've been here. I've been walking around a lot doing some behind the scenes stuff. I was very, very impressed by it. I think it was like the best State of Play in a long time. I think personally for me. But I don't know if you got to see the whole thing, if you feel the same about State of Play.
Yeah. I watched it live. I even considered at one point streaming it, and I was like, I'm too lazy, so I didn't do it. But
you should have. I
don't know, but I watched the whole thing. Yeah, to your point, I thought it was one of the best State of Plays they've done in a very long time. I think because I went in with the right expectations. I wasn't expecting Wolverine or Intergalactic or anything crazy like that, but I thought showing off a bunch of their partners, third-party stuff, looked great. The vast majority of games, I'm like, yep, I want to play all of these. And then, even what they showed with God of War, the God of War remake, I mean, it's still a long ways off, but the fact that TC is coming back to do new VO for it has me like, all right, let's see what you can do, with this remake of the first 3 games. And then obviously Son of Sparta, that game, I've been playing it, and it's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's nothing super amazing, but again, small shadow drop that came out. I personally think it should have been $20 instead of $30. I think that would have played off better, but I mean, it's fine. It's fun. I'm not done yet. I'm maybe 8 hours in so far. Probably, at least a 7 out of 10, could be 8 out of 10, depending on where it ends up at. But, hey, we talk so much about, all these AAA games, it takes too long, Here we go. This is kind of a throwback. And the fact that it's a prequel to God of War, I mean, the fact it's almost like PS2 graphics. So I know I've seen some people complaining about that, but it kind of fits the style of what they're doing. You know what I mean? So I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. And if, like I said, the fact that it was a shadow drop, you could go pick it up now if you want to go play it, it's great. But overall, it's obviously Soros, looks great. We'll see with Marathon. The fact that they're going to do that server test on basically a beta, but on the February 26th, a week, essentially like almost a week before the game comes out on March 5th. That's going to be make or break for Marathon, man. I was not, look, full disclosure, I played it a few years back. Obviously, I played in the closed alpha that they had last year. Wasn't that impressed. And I've stated my opinion on that. Since then, a lot of the changes that they've made, it's exactly what the community has wanted for Marathon. So I'm going to go in, with, just full on, all right, show me what you got. I'm not going to prejudge it or whatever. I want to see what you got. So I'm looking forward to playing that. But that essentially is going to make or break the game, is that beta on the 26th, because that's going to be a free entry point for everyone to go try it out. So it needs to impress. Because if it doesn't impress, guess what? People aren't going to go buy it on March 5th. So we'll see on that. Totally. But overall, I thought the State of Play was really good. Obviously, Control Resonant day one. I mean, day one. I mean, you already got my money on that. The Castlevania. It looked pretty good.
We should talk about that, because I was going to bring it up because you mentioned about smaller games, and like last year, Shinobi came out. That was like a big game too for Sega. I personally think it was like a masterpiece. That game was phenomenal. Yeah. But seeing Castlevania, and I can't believe it's been 40 years. 40 years of
old. We're getting old, man.
Yeah. It looks, shout out to Konami, man. They got a couple hits coming up, man. Like also the new Silent Hill.
Yeah, Silent Hill.
Is it called Silent Hill Town something? I'm looking it up.
Yeah, where is it?
It's coming up. And here's something that I had no idea. Townfall, there you go. I didn't know that they're partnering with Annapurna. Interesting. I was very surprised about that. But yeah, it looks good. Because the last Silent Hill, I had a good time playing that game too, man. But back to Castlevania. Bro, the music, the animation. Yes, it's 2D style, but man, it's good. And I guess we're gonna get to see a lot of these type of games, Parris, like these smaller games like this 2D style. Keep us busy until the next big thing that comes out in the future. But I think it's something pretty cool, man. And I know you mentioned God of War, and I also got a code for that. I haven't played it because I was out of town. But I read something about was it Dave Jaffe didn't like the game. Say it was like the worst decision for PlayStation to make. I'm like, I don't think so. I think it's something to keep the fans entertained until the next project that comes up. Like I previously said earlier, I don't see nothing wrong with this at all. I think
there's nothing wrong with decent.
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. There's nothing wrong. Look, let me address the Jaffe thing right now, because I've definitely had my run-ins with him over the past few years. He created God of War, so he's allowed an opinion. He praised when God of War came back, when they remade it with Cory Balrog. So it's not like, oh, he's just this bitter guy that just hates God of War. He obviously does not like this version of it. Hey, everyone's entitled to an opinion. I disagree with him, but that's his opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he's a little over the top personally. That's just me. But that's Jaffe, though. That's his shtick. That's what he does now. So you take his opinion for what it is and you move on. Like I said, I've been playing it. I don't think it's the worst thing ever. Do I think it's the greatest 2D side-scrolling game ever? No, but I think it's fine for what it is attempting to do. Like I said, a nice 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 type of game. $30. Wish it was a little less price-wise, but it's fine. So people that are fans of God of War, I think you'll enjoy it. And that's how I see it.
Yeah, and it's like you said, a prequel. There's some extra story there that people don't know probably, You know which one surprised me the most, and I was not expecting it at all? And I know people have been requesting this for a long time. John Wick. Bro, I am super curious to play that game, bro. For me. Yeah, a different opinion about it, but...
No, I like that it exists. When I saw it, by the way, because I haven't looked into it too much, is Keanu doing the voice?
You know what? It's funny.
I don't know.
I saw the team over there. Nobody said anything about it, so I'm like,
okay,
I don't know.
Okay. We'll see. I'm gonna liken this to the RoboCop game that came out.
Yeah,
a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, classic.
If it's like that, okay, I'm good. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to wait to see more on that. That's all I'll say.
Can I ask you what was it that didn't stood out to you?
I just wonder how in depth they're really going to go. Is this something that they're just trying to essentially cash in on the name, the IP of it, or are they really going to deep dive in and give us something from the world of John Wick that is representative of the world of John Wick? You know what I mean? That's why I say the RoboCop game, you would think it's just a little cheap cash in, but they got Peter Weller to come in and do the voice, and it really felt like RoboCop to me. Like this was a natural extension of RoboCop from that first movie. So that's what I'm hoping with the John Wick thing. So we'll see.
Yeah. I know you mentioned about Marathon. What are the changes that you guys brought up that you wish it would
proximity chat? Why in the frick were you not doing that? Honestly, that was probably the number one thing. It was like, don't babysit us. Let people decide what they want to engage with or not, right? Again, that's what makes Arc Raider so good is proximity chat, because you never know who's going to actually want to work with you or who's going to betray you or whatever. The fact that proximity chat is in there, it's like you got to be careful to not make too much noise, all these things. So the fact that they were going to not have that in Marathon was a head scratch. Like, wait, what are you doing? Not having a solo queue in there. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Let people go in solo. Not everyone's going to have a group to want to go in with. So the fact that they're going to do trios, duos, solo, queues, all that, great. Let people do that. Make sure that the loot is worth actually going in to go get. It seems like they've definitely expanded out the story that's going to be in there as well. Obviously, Ben Starr, and they pretty much got a star-studded cast in there doing the VO for it as well. So obviously the art thing, so they've gotten rid of all that, which, that was, again, hurts the reputation of the game before people even tries it. So, I'm rooting for them. It's Bungie. We owe a lot to Bungie, just as far as video games go. And I don't want to see it fail, but I do think they have a uphill battle to climb. And Andy was at DICE, I saw. Because you had a picture with him, right? So I don't know how much you got to talk to him. Andy from Bungie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We talked for a bit. That was our first time meeting.
Right on.
Yeah, we never met before. Yeah. Shout out to him. He looked like he's kind of nervous. I'm like, Andy, man, cool.
Yeah.
It reminded me of you at first. Like, hey. No, Andy's cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Yeah. But another thing I want to bring up too, man. Yo, let me tell you, man. Control Resonant, man. Bro. I don't know what it is with Remedy.
But before we get into that, because we keep forgetting to bring this game up. They literally started off with Kena. We getting more Kena.
Oh, Kena, yeah.
Can't wait for that. That's gonna be
that
good.
looks really good.
Yeah.
Damn, it's a lot of strong games in the State of Play.
That's what I'm saying. It was good. It was a great thing. Obviously, Death Stranding 2 coming to PC. Look, Metal Gear Solid 4. They got it out of PS3 jail.
Yeah.
So it was a good show. But yeah, Control Resonant, man. Day one, man.
Because usually, we'll get the Xbox Direct, which is cool, but that Xbox Direct is usually smaller. It's a couple games. It's not a jam pack over an hour. I haven't seen that in a long time,
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like a game showcase during the summer. That's when you see like nonstop games like this, man. Interesting seeing that from Sony at this time in February. Usually it's not jam packed like that. I'm wondering. And look, I know there's been a lot of talks about, games coming up in the future for PlayStation. If you're an owner of PS5, you're good. I think you're really good. With all this amount of games coming out, this is good, man. And I know some of them are third party, gonna be multiple platforms, but it's just, I'm saying as a PlayStation 5 owner, this is really good State of Play, man. What you thought about the 007? Like, I'm curious. Like, I want to play it, but I'm not super hype about it. It looks like, I know the developers are good at these type of games, but I don't know. I'm kind of like,
I put it in the same category as John Wick for me, where I got to see more. And I saw it at Gamescom and all that. I mean, it looks okay to me. I just don't know if it's going to be for me. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I know briefly I mentioned about Control Resonant. What I was going to say, by the way, Remedy, hook a brother up with the jackets, the Control Resonant jacket. Just saying. I seen Remedy wearing it. Looks pretty cool. No, man, let me tell you, man. The thing I like about Remedy is every time they have a new game, it's a new experience, new gameplay. When I saw the gameplay for this, like officially, how the world like turns and like, the mind bending, my God, it looks so good. I still have a lot of questions of like how this is gonna connect with the Remedy universe, all that. But it's day one, 100% day one for me. Day one for me.
Oh yeah.
What you think about For Loop?
For what?
For Loop. This is the one from Bad Robot Games. Is the 4-player co-op? I don't know. I'm kind of like,
yeah, that one was kind of seemed like filler to me. When I see like the movie studios making a game, I'm always
it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad, but I'm not like, they won. I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's not. It looks interesting. It says it doesn't repeat. They showed us this. Was it Summer Game Fest? I think it was. Was it Summer Game Fest or was it? Or was it Game Awards?
I think so.
It was one of those two shows.
So. Yeah. I think it was Summer Game Fest. I think we saw it there. Yeah.
Yeah. Was there any other games that stood out to you from here? Oh, the one with the chicken. What's the name?
Yes, the chicken game. The chicken game. Oh my God. Basically, it's like Black Myth Wukong, but you're a freaking chicken, man. Yeah. That looks cool. That looked cool.
I'll try that. It looks crazy. It looks crazy, man. Go.
Neva. They're doing the prologue for Neva. Did you play Neva?
I haven't played Neva,
Like, bro.
I heard it's good. It's my fault. It's my fault.
Bring some tissue. Bring some tissues with you when you
play
it.
It's like that? Oh, wait. Never. Yeah. Okay.
I
remember now.
They're making that prologue to it. It's just going to be...
I did play Neva. So the developers of that game, they're from Spain. Mm-hmm. They worked on Greece. You remember Greece? Greece is the same thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Neva's
Project Windless is the chicken game.
Yeah. Looks good. Yeah, Neva. I'm definitely gonna play it. Like I really enjoy the original game. So it's a prequel. Interesting.
Yeah. Like a it's like DLC to the first game. So I'm sure it'll be short. I don't think it'll be a long time.
No, it's not long. It's not long.
Yeah. But it'll be, bro. I love that game. It was really fun.
Yo, Ghost of Yotei Legends, Parris. What you think of that?
Yeah. I mean, and that was a no-brainer. Of course, they were going to do that, so I'm not surprised at all to see that. And then it's like because we've already seen them so many times, but I mean, Pragmata, obviously, Resident Evil, Requiem. I mean, both.
Played it.
Look fantastic.
Yeah, Konami coming strong. Capcom is coming strong. This Pragmata. Mm-hmm. I played at the Nintendo event. Man, that game is good. And look, I mentioned it. Both of those games look great on the Switch too. Both of them look great, you know. But a Pragmata is different, of course. It has this like Dead Space, you know, like third person. But you're gonna have a companion with you, which helps you to attack enemies. Like it didn't look hard at all. But I had a good time, man. I had an amazing time playing that game. I think people.
I guarantee you, the hacking mini game that you're doing with your companion, it's going to get hard as hell as you continue to play.
Oh yeah.
It's like you could just tell it's just going to get way more complex as you go forward.
I noticed in the beginning it was like, oh, this is nothing, and then like later in the game, I'm like, wait, okay, it's getting a little difficult here. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Yeah, Parris. I don't know. I know you mentioned Marathon, man, but I don't know.
Stop being a hater.
I'm not being a hater.
No, I'm
not a hater.
No, it's
not for me.
I mean, look, they've made their own bed with that. They have a bad reputation going in. I mean, thankfully, they were smart enough to delay the game, try and listen to the community issues with it, resolve them. And we'll see. This is why I say that stress test they're doing on the 26th will be make or break for it. It just is, because people can go in and play for free. I already have seen like Shroud and some of the other big streamers. They've obviously partnered with them to stream it during that. So people are going to be watching it. People are going to be playing it. It's got to show well. It has to. Because if people are like, I don't know, the game's DOA on March 5th, you will not get people that are going to spend $40 to go play it. That's just a fact. And I want it to succeed. I'm just being realistic about it. You know, they got to hit like, and let me say this, just to derail slightly. High Guard. Sure. Obviously, we got the news that came out this week. Ton of layoffs. That game is basically on its deathbed too. I mean, I don't think anyone is realistically expecting that to continue much longer. I would not be shocked in like 3 months that game is gone. As much crap as Jeff Keighley has gotten for what he did, hear me out on this. He does not deserve as much grief as he's getting, because he was genuinely trying to do a good thing. He was like, hey, I got to play it. I really like what I got to play. I'm going to make you the one more thing at my show that millions of people are going to be watching, right? There was no money transacted. There was no financial gain. He was legitimately just doing it because that's how much he liked what he played. Obviously, they went radio silent for a while. People like myself and others like, bro, what are you doing? Why haven't I heard anything about it? You're just launching it. Then they did the creator event. Obviously, people went to the creator event, played it, whatever, fine. 100,000 people were playing that game on day one. So at that point, it is no longer about Jeff Keighley. It is no longer about what a creator said. It is about what you got to experience because you gave the game a shot. Obviously, we played. You know what I thought? I was like, this ain't for me, bro. I liked it. No. And that's fine. And that's fine. That's not my point here. Yeah. You liked it. It's fine. I didn't. Clearly, the vast majority of people did not like what they played. That has nothing to do with Jeff Keighley. That has nothing to do with a creator said on the stream. That had to do with people going hands-on and playing the game. So I personally said it wasn't for me, but I'm rooting for them. Hopefully they get the time that they need to listen to the community and add, they did the 5v5. They were trying to do stuff, but it's a combination of you didn't come out the box being able to capture an audience, number one. And honestly, I blame leadership on this too, because how in the hell can you didn't get enough traction in 2 weeks that you're laying off the majority of the team? That's unacceptable. You're not giving them enough time to try and see if they can fix this thing. And I'm saying all that to say this about Marathon. How much rope is PlayStation going to give Bungie? If that game comes out and doesn't have the numbers that it quote unquote needs, are they going to give them time? Or are we getting another firewalk with Concord? I'm just genuinely worried about this stuff, man, because it's not good for the industry at all that this stuff happens.
And then people are always going to bring up, Jeff Keighley, that, I think he was genuinely excited and one of the.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not even about Jeff at that point. Yeah. He did his job. He marketed the game, and people knew about it, and they tried it.
Yeah, and also, I personally like the game. I like the 3v3. I loved 5v5. I think it was really cool. The team tried their best to add new content for the game, and there was still communications with like the community and everything. But here's the thing, man. I'm also so sick and tired of this like campaign for games to fail. Like if you don't like something, that's fine. But to campaign and to write nonstop articles and videos and then attacking others because, let's say I posted I enjoy it. People calling me that I got paid. That I got paid to stream because I didn't get invited to the event. I didn't get invited to the event. And I was like, yo, I'm going to stream this. I think this is cool. Let me try it out. I was frustrated because I couldn't figure it out. But once I figured it out, I was having a good time. And people will calling me shill for that. People need to people need to shut the fuck up, man. Sorry, I had to say that very quick.
Whoa.
Because I am so sick of that, man. Like it's very, how to say this? Like it's too much. Like, look, yo, if you don't like something, okay, move on. That's fine. But to attack others that are enjoying games, that's ridiculous. It's too much.
No, I completely agree. And like I had said during the week, you probably didn't see it because you're at DICE. Because I've said this a couple times. I'm like, look, y'all need to be rooting for these games to succeed. And again, some of the weird old rage bait grifters tried to make stupid comments, because I said that. But my point was, and if they'd actually read what I said, was these games need to be good.
Yeah, of course.
And if it's not, of course you criticize them. No one's saying to not criticize a game. I'm not saying blindly cheerlead a game. But my point on that is, and I think this is where you and I get some criticism, or maybe this is me, I don't know, because we've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
So we talk to people like you're at DICE. You're literally talking to people that are making the decisions about these games getting financed, all this stuff, right? Devs making these games, studio heads, the whole thing. So I've been lucky enough and fortunate enough to hear the other side of this. So when I'm saying that, bro, you don't want these games to fail, because what happens is when a big budget game like a Concord or a Marathon fails, that then hurts us, because guess what? Xbox, PlayStation, Ubisoft, EA, Nintendo, on down the line, they're going to be way more hesitant to greenlight a quote unquote risky high budget game. Mm-hmm. They're going to be like, look, we need to do something safe, because again, the money's not there right now. This is what people need to understand. So when you do see something greenlit, it's going to have to go through a whole bunch of hoops before it gets greenlit, because that's where we are. So when other big budget games fail, less other quote unquote new IP, potentially risky projects get greenlit. Mm-hmm. So what happens is, you know what you're going to get? You're going to get a God of War remaster. You're going to get a Fallout remaster. You're going to get an Elder Scrolls remaster. You're going to get way more remasters. You're going to get the 10th iteration of The Last of Us version coming out, because they're safe, because they know they can make money with those, and it doesn't take a lot of production costs to make them. That's what happens. You don't get Blueprints. You don't get Expedition 30. This is the point that I'm trying to make, and people get so upset over that. And it's like, understand that this is not the gaming industry that we had 15 years ago. This is not the 360 and the PS3 era where you saw a whole bunch of risks being taken, new IPs coming out. You're seeing less and less of those because the money is not there. Why do you think Xbox just went multi-platform? Why do you think PlayStation puts games on PC? It's because they're trying to generate more revenue. Mm-hmm. That's just the truth of the matter. So no, I don't want Highguard to fail. I don't want Merit. Like, my thing is, if the game's not good, the game's not good. Yes. And you can blame leadership, decision making, all of that. That is 100% valid, and you should. Uh-huh. But my point is, if a big game comes out, I'm not going into it going, yeah, this is going to suck. I don't want to see it. No. Just because it's not for me, find an audience that will support it and play it. That's my thing. Like Highguard wasn't for me, but at no point was like, yeah, just this should tank. No, You liked it.
Yeah.
Todd liked it. Other people liked it. If y'all like it and there's an audience that likes it and can support the game and it can sustain, because the other part of this I didn't say, what happens when these games fail? Layoffs, studios close. So again, you have less studios making games as a result. You got to understand. And again, maybe we've been doing this too long and, we're just in this rage bait era where people don't want to actually be logical about this stuff and understand what's going on. And they just want to hate everything. I don't know. But I know for me, I want to see great games come out. Again, I keep bringing up Blueprints like we were just talking about. I want more of that because guess what? Imagine the pitch for that game, in a market where money is tight. And you're like, I don't know about that. You can't make a sequel to Batman or something. You know what I'm saying? They go like, in other words, make something safe. I would rather see new IPs happen. I would rather see more AA and AAA new IP, quote unquote, risky games that are trying to innovate versus just doing the same thing over and over again. And the problem is there's no money to invest. And when they do provide money to something, invest into something big project and it fails, the next 10 projects don't get greenlit. That's what happens. That's how a Perfect Dark gets canceled, right? If they're looking at this and going, I don't know if this is going to work. It's either you keep pushing through or you cut your losses now. That's what happens. So you go ahead.
No, I was going to say this because a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't know this because they just see the games coming out or anything. But behind the scenes, it's getting harder and harder for any studio, indie or whatever, to get funded more than ever. One,
and that's my point.
Back in the days, it was easier because there was E3. There was a lot of investors going to E3. People that were just like curious to see other projects, and it was like behind the scenes, they'll show them like a game, and they're like, oh, let's invest. This is like a potential game. There's none of that nowadays. None of that. I know there's GDC and there's DICE, maybe Gamescom, maybe. But that's more like European focus because a lot of European companies over there too. But like, it's getting harder and harder for indie studios to get publishing or to get investment for their projects more than ever. And people don't see that because a lot of investors they don't want to take a risk. It's just too risky right now. And especially with how everything is with the economy right now, is it worth investing on that? So like it's hard. And plus studios, developers, they have to pitch the game. And like you said, Parris, like Blueprints, like, that's why if they're going to invest on the game, they want a smaller team, a smaller project. It's a lot easier to take a risk. But when it's like a AAA game, a lot of people don't want to take a risk, bro, nowadays.
They don't. So. And the other problem with this is I forgot to mention is these development costs are way too high, number one. And then number two, they're taking way too long to come out. So the problem becomes is because a lot of, trends and things change of what the audience wants. So let's say a game does get greenlit because at that time, that genre and that gameplay loop makes a lot of sense. It's something that the audience is engaging with, right? Mm-hmm. But it takes you 6 or 7 years to get the game out. So by the time you get to year 5 of development, maybe the audience is like, it's not what we want anymore, And then at that point, you as a studio, either you're in a bubble and you're not realizing what the audience is saying, which I do think is a mistake, or you do hear the audience and you realize you're making a game that the audience may not necessarily want anymore, but you've already invested hundreds of millions of dollars into this project. So then as the publisher, do you try to pivot and take even more time to bring the game out? Do you cancel it and cut your losses? Or do you just say, F it, put it out and hope for the best? These are the kind of things that are happening now because it takes too long for games to come out. Like I always go back to Halo as an example. I remember when like it took Halo 2 and Halo 3 like 3 years to come out. And I was like, my God, that's so long. Why is that so long? Nowadays, boy, you'd be excited if it only took 3 years for a big AAA game to come out, right? Think about it. Fable, knock on wood, is coming out this year. We saw that back in 2020, and it had already been in development for a few years before that. Think about that. We're in 2026. It's taking that long for that game to come out. So to everything that you said, man, it's like the money's not there. And the investment it's not just a single investor anymore. You got to get multiple people to come in because not everybody wants to put up all the money and take all the risk. Mm-hmm. This is what's happening. Like, I think about Double Fine a lot when it comes to this. Could you imagine if Double Fine was still an indie studio right now? There is no way in hell you'd have Keeper right now. No way. And then the new one, Clin, or whatever the hell it's called, there's no way that would be coming out. There's no way that Double Fine, they would have to do a Kickstarter. They had to do a Kickstarter for Psychonauts 2. And Tim Schafer, we got to interview him, back when that game was coming out. And he was even admitting then, if it was not for them being a part of Xbox at the time, there was entire boss battles and things in that game that never would have got greenlit to come because they wouldn't have had the money or the time to be able to do it, right? So you got to think about these things with the current industry. I'm just saying it now. This has changed. It is not what it was 10 years ago, even 15 years ago. It is not the same goddamn gaming industry anymore. And people need to understand that. This costs way too much to make the game. Why do you think you spend $70, $80 on games now? Why do you think an Xbox and a PlayStation is costing you like $600-$700 right now, right? Obviously, this AI crap has made it even worse. It's because it's costing so much for these games to come out. And when a game fails, like my thing is this. It used to be, okay, you make a game and then it makes a miss. All right, let's go back to the drawing board and try again. Uh-huh. That's not the world we're in anymore. You make a game that fails now, you're putting your entire studio at risk. Think about that. That's the gamble that you're taking now. And it's not a gamble of, we can make a game and turn it around in a year. Like I said before, it's taking them 5, 6, 7, 8 years for a game to come out. So you work on something for that amount of time, get to the finish line. Audience goes, we don't want that. We ain't playing it. It fails. Now, ain't nobody got a job. That's where we are.
I just remember there was a clip of a documentary of Double Fine, I think it was. And there's a clip that Matt Booty was there talking to the team. Mm-hmm. He mentioned about making smaller games. That's where we're at right now. It's making developers making smaller games now. It can't, the whole AAA, let's take a risk. We're not going to see that anymore, man. If it happens, it's going to be rare. Back in the early days, we were seeing that left and right all the time. 2026 and beyond, we're not going to see that. We're going to get to see a lot of Clear Obscure, Exhibition 33, smaller game, smaller studio. To me, it's a big game, but for the outside, for like the investors and people that are actually putting money, it's a lot smaller than a Call of Duty that costs way more money to develop. You get what I'm saying? So we're gonna get to see a lot of that in the future. Yeah, but Parris, that was one of the biggest conversations, was just what happened with High Guard, and I believe Riot. They have also a studio.
Yeah, Riot had all the layoffs too.
Yeah.
And again, that's the point.
That was a big conversation over there too at DICE, man. Like it's interesting. Yeah, look, people were just hustling, man. Everybody was just like making moves and behind the scenes, like it's. I hope everything works out, man, because I know there's some studios out there that are creating some cool stuff, some cool games, but they need to support, man. Budget, It's all about the budget stuff, man. So, but overall, I know we talked about State of Play, then we talked about the other stuff. Mm-hmm. Overall, I really enjoyed the State of Play, man. Really, really good. I'm very excited. I know Mina the Hodder, they showed the demo. I think the demo came out already for that. Funny story. I was the one that actually worked with the team to announce that game when I was at X-Play at G4 years ago. Because I was like, I saw the game, I'm like, yo, this is really cool, man. I think people are gonna love this, So yeah, I'm glad that it's coming. It's coming out soon. So, anything else, Parris? I have one. I forgot. Yeah. I forgot. Star Wars Galactic Racer. What do you think?
Yeah, you have fun with that.
Okay.
Not for me.
Not for you.
Something I think. Nah.
I don't know. I'm excited for the Knights of the Republic. This one, like, it's cool, but it's not something that I'm like, oh, let me just buy it, Now, did you enjoy Pod Racer when it came out?
No, I did not. That's 64? Why I said you had fun with that.
I had fun with that game. I had fun. That was cool. All right, Parris. All right. doesn't like it. All right, we'll move on.
But that's the point, though. You don't have to love everything. No, but that doesn't mean I got to sit here and shun it either. It's just it ain't for me. God bless people that love it, you know?
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Yeah, it was cool. Anything else before we wrap it up? Or talk about anything else before we go to the show?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I can't think of any. I mean, obviously the State of Play thing was a big thing this week. I can't think of anything else really this week. No, yeah. I mean, because we already talked. Well, I'll say this before we get out of here. So I know you're not going, but I'm going to GDC. And last time I was planning to go to GDC, the world shut down. So let's hope I'm not a jinx.
Please don't let that happen.
But, I mean, you know, Xbox having a bunch of panels there, kind of starting to have the conversations about their next gen strategy, you know, is exciting for me. I'm definitely looking to sit on that. Like, Jason Ronald is going to do that keynote to kind of kick it all off. So look, I'm going to be right in the front row because, you know, we talked about this before. It's obviously clear they're moving towards Windows as a primary operating system. It's going to be more of an open platform. Obviously, they're going to have, you know, their next gen hardware, but we're expecting OEM partners. You know, they're upgrading the UI so it scales across PC, cloud, mobile, all that stuff. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have to say on that. But yeah, again, excited for GDC coming up.
Well, here's from a first time chat member here. Here's a hot take. This is from D-Money 7. He says, here's a hot take. Xbox can undercut the Steam machine and update all series into an Xbox PC. I don't know. Can they do that?
I don't think they're going to do that. I think that's a lot doing that. I do think I can see them updating the UI on the Series X and the S to obviously match across the board.
Yeah.
But I don't see them turning it into this open platform PC where you're putting Steam and all that stuff on there. I don't think they're going to do that.
Oh, but that would be trouble if it doesn't work. That's every
right.
That would be like the Remembering of Death all over again because now a bunch of consoles doesn't work anymore because they did this update for everybody. That's not going to happen. I think doing it the way how they're doing it now with having the handheld Xbox Ally X and Ally. And then have the new console in the future. That makes more sense than what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. By the way, one quick thing, and I can't say the name of the game, but I did record something really cool that I'm going to release in the future. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I hope I can release it on episode 1500. Maybe we'll see. That would be cool. That would be an interesting conversation. We'll see. But just want to briefly tease it. I recorded that during NICE, by the way. Yeah. You can have fun, Paris, at GDC. I've never been to GDC. I don't know. Rihanna's been to GDC a couple times. It's cool. Hopefully one day I'll go over there, man. It's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I can't travel over there, man. It's going to be too much for me. But is there any other event coming up? Besides that,
no. PAX East will happen, and then until then, it won't be till Summer Game Fest. There won't really be anything big.
Well, there is an event in Vegas around April. It's from ESA. They're doing this thing called Icon.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, I don't know. To me, it's gonna be like a test. But it's about everything technology, so it's all entertainment and video games and so on. So there's gonna be a lot of gaming companies there too. So I probably will check that out. We'll see. I don't know. That's like an April thing, but that's before Summer Game Fest, you know. So that's about it. Besides that, you know. So February is looking crazy with all the games coming out. It's looking nuts.
Yeah,
with everything, you know. But yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else before we wrap it up. I'm trying to think. There got to be something else because I can't remember. Oh, I got Mario Tennis. I haven't played it yet. I've been busy. But that's about it. It's all good. All right, everyone. But thanks for listening to this episode of Gamertag Radio. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, Powers will give us some intel. Wait, it's not next week.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. What are you talking about? GDC is not till March. It's like March 10th.
Like, give us some until next week about GDC. It's all good.
As a matter of fact, I'm actually a little bummed because they're going to do Day of the Devs on March 8th, and I got invited to that, but I'm not planning. I'm not flying out until the 10th. I'm going to get there the morning of the 10th, so I'm going to miss that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
All right. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Riga. She reminded me. So we worked on this a while ago, but now we can finally talk about it. So shout out to Outright Games. They they release, they do a lot of like family games. So they've done like Bluey. I know they've done some Ninja Turtle games. There's a game that they've been working on with NBA called NBA Bounce. And it's kids game. It's similar to like NBA Jam, that type of game, right? So Sonic Pictures Animation and Outright Games and also NBA, they contact us because they really liked our work from the previous game. We did like a script for the commentary for that, and we did the script for this one too. It's a new DLC. It came out the same day as the movie came out. GOAT. This from Steph Curry, Gabriel Union. It's like a crazy cast. Patton Oswalt was on our show talking about the movie. So as part of that project, we did the script for that 100%. Like Rhea and I did that back and forth. And that's the reason why I was also at Sony Pictures a couple of weeks ago. I got to see the movie early too. Really good movie. Let me tell you, you guys got to watch it. It's really good. I think it's got like an A in Cinema Score. I think it's the highest one for that type of animation movie. And it got really, really great reviews. I was like, man, this movie's dope. It's the same people that worked on Spider-Verse, that type of animation and everything. So it's really good, man. If you guys love like NBA, Space Jam, and all that stuff, check out the movie. And shout out to Outright Games for also giving us the opportunity to be part of this project. It was really cool doing that, man, behind the scenes. So and it's the characters that we wrote for that game, for the DLC for NBA Bounce, they're also part of the movie. So they are always like going back and forth, commentating about things that's happening in during the game. So radio hosts or whatever. So so we did that for the game, and it came out really cool. It came out really, really good. So yeah. So yeah, Rhea saying Space Jam vibes 100%. Really, really cool. All right, just want to say that. Shout out to Outright, Sony Pictures Animation, also NBA for giving us the opportunity, man. And also one more thing, I have I don't have it here, it's over there. The latest issue of Game Informer, and they have the most anticipated game of 2026 and beyond, and they put Wu-Tang in there too, man. So shout out to Game Informer. Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver. Shout out to them for giving us a shout out, man. That's it. That's about it. No more plugs. We're going to wrap it up here. All right, everyone. Until next time, we're out. Take care. Bye.
Bye.